Hi class. This is Dr. Solomon here. I just want to record a quick video to show you kind of what my expectations are for this Romans background study project and kind of why it exists. So it shouldn't take too long. It should be about 3 or 4 minute discussion here. So what I wanted to do with this assignment is I wanted to create something a little bit different because we have we noticed that the master's level Romans book study and the bachelor's level Romans book study were very similar in terms of assignments, right? So there was exegetical papers in both, and there really wasn't that much of a difference. And so we have plenty of students that come through and do do both degrees. And so there's a chance that you would be writing almost the same paper for both classes. And so I just wanted to change that up a little bit. So this is the first semester that I'm rolling with this, which is why there's some things that may not make sense. So I just wanted to take a second to explain a little bit about what's going on there. So what you're going to see here, I'm going to start with this the bottom, the last page in the guide that you have. What I've done is I've given you here exactly what I want. I've given you instructions where I would like 4 to 6 pages single spaced. I want you to use 1-inch margins, 12-point type font. All that kind of stuff is pretty normal. I want you to use a cover page with Turabian footnotes and a bibliography at the end. And all of those things those aren't part of the total page count. So just be aware of that. And what I would like to see is you engaging in at least 10 of the resources. Some you can pick mostly from the ones that I provided above in the document, but if you want to bring others in as well, as long as they're good critical resources, I'm okay with that. So what I'd like you to do is I've already given you the headings for your paper, so you can go ahead and just copy and paste these and move them over into a new document and start fleshing out your paper. The idea here is I want you to concentrate not solely on a specific passage. I want you to concentrate on the background of the book, the historical world at large, some social and cultural issues, and then a specific topic. So I'd like you to finish your paper with specifically looking at house churches. So what I've done here is in this document, if you scroll to the top, I've kind of given you what I'd like you to look for in each of those sections. And I kind of explain in a little introduction up here. So I want you to research. The idea here is that we're going to start very broad and narrow down into a specific topic, right? So your first section is going to be on the historical background in general. So I want you to, situate the city of Rome in the 1st century AD in its historical background and what's going on in the world at the time. Who's in charge, that sort of thing, and some sort of so we can understand what's going on with Paul, with the churches he's writing to in the wider world in Rome and in the Roman Empire itself. I want you to research the immediate background of the book, and you'll notice that I have the phrase that contains your passage here, and it's because I've used this kind of background study for assignments where we're looking at a passage, and so in the future I'll take that out for this, and I do thank everyone for the feedback on that. So this section is basically, the background of the actual book of Paul's letter to the Romans. So you're going to be thinking about things like authorship, date, audience, genre, how the book is structured, and that sort of thing. So I want you to cover all that in this section. The third section, we're narrowing even further. I want you to research the specific social and cultural features within Romans. Like what's going on socially, what's going on culturally. So I've given you some questions here to wrestle with, the daily way of life, economy, work, family. What does a typical Roman family look like, and that sort of thing. And I've given you some examples here. And then lastly, I want you to focus in on house churches. That your specific topic is going to be house churches. And so I've given you an example here of what that means whenever you're looking at that. I've given you resources for step 1 and resources for steps 2, 3, and 4. Most of these are available in our library. If you have a question about any of them, let me know. So I'd like you to pick from here. Of course, you can also use Romans commentaries, as long as they're critical, something like that, to do some of this work as well. So I hope this clears up some of your questions. Please feel free to reach out for more information if you need it. And thanks for the feedback. Thanks for asking questions. And I'm really looking forward to reading your projects and continue the good work in this course. I've really appreciated everything up until this point.